Okay, happy April 22nd. It was great seeing you guys yesterday at Zoom chat. Love the mute feature. I don't know how you can make that a real life thing, but one day we'll figure it out. It did feel a little bit, it felt strange, but it felt like old times too. Okay, so today we're doing Student Handout 6. Sorry it got cut off in this picture, but you could put me on pause and take a minute and take a look at this and get it out in front of you. It's Student Handout 6. Okay, this is something that Mr. Moy kind of talked to you guys about too, and you really do this when you start comparing interest. And you find out by doing this where to put your money, really. So we're going to compare two things, simple and compound interest. And you both know, how to calculate simple interest. We did it yesterday. And you know how to calculate compound interest because we did that yesterday too. So let's take a look at this now. Jabbar is meeting with his financial advisor to discuss various methods of savings. His financial advisor shows him the interest tables below. Let's see that Jabbar begins with $1,000. Now remember, that's our principal. So right away you should be noting this. Principal is $1,000 investments, and both accounts offer a 5% interest rate. So that's 5%. And we have our time equals 3. Now it's important to know all this because you're going to put it into a formula, right? Okay, so we're going to look at year 1. We just take 1,000 and we multiply it by 5% or 0.05. In year 1 we get $50. No surprise with simple interest. In year 2 we get $50. In year 3, guess what? It's $50. So if he puts in $1,000, he's going to make with simple interest $150. Well, it's a little bit different in compound interest, and we know that compound interest, our formula is A equals, and you don't have to memorize this, P, which is our principal, 1 plus R to the power of time, right? So if we put that in, year 1, surprise, it's just $50. Year 2, he earns $52.50. Year 3, he earns $55.13, and a total interest he earns is $157.63. So which account tells you which one earns more interest? No surprise, compound interest earns you more money. And using the tables to help, describe any differences you notice between the two accounts' calculations in the amount of interest. I think you guys can handle that, right? You could do that. So now we're going to kind of do the same thing, but this time you're going to have to figure out the interest. He's not going to do it for you. So Neil's grandmother has left him a small inheritance of $6,000. Neil would like to invest it in a rate of 5% interest. Use your formula to complete the table and compare simple and compound interest over time. Okay, well let's do that. Okay, so let's take a look at this. So for our simple interest, it's just simple calculation, right? So we're going to do our simple interest, and I'm going to see if I could zoom this in a little bit more. I think that might be a little better. Okay, so here we go. Our simple interest for 5 years. Well, we know this formula. You're just going to take your $6,000. You're going to multiply it by your time, which is 5 years. And then you're going to multiply it by your percent, which is 0.05. I hope you could see that. It's hard to write with your finger. So this is 6,000, 5%, and 5 years, and 0.05 is percent. So the interest that he earned, if I calculate this right, is 1,500. Okay, now we're going to do compound interest too. Well, we know that formula. It's just our principal, 6,000 times 1 plus 0.05 to the 5th power. I'm going to do that down here so you guys could see that. So it's 6,000 times 1 plus 0.05 to the 5th power. There, that's a little better. Okay, PEMDAS says we always do what's in parentheses first, so it's 6,000 times 1 plus, so 1 plus 0.05 is 0.05 to the 5th power. Now, PEMDAS tells us exponents go next, so 1.05 to the 5th power. That gives us 1.28, I'm going to round it, times 6,000. So 6,000 times 1.28, you can put that in your calculator. That gives us $7,680 right there. That seems a little off. I better check my math. Yeah, that does. Oh, does everybody see what I did wrong there? I did do that right. That's correct. But that's not the amount of interest earned. Remember what that number is. That number is our total number. I have to take 7,680 and I subtract the principal, which is the amount of money I originally had. And guess how much money then I had made? $1,680. Do not make, oh, I didn't realize I put myself on pause. So I was saying that 7,680 that I got was wrong. It was supposed to be, that's my total amount, right? So I have to subtract how much money I put in because it was my money to begin with, and I'm left with 1,680, and that's how much interest I earned, 1,680. Okay, let me do another one because I feel like I rushed that. So let me erase this and let's do another one. Okay, this time we're going to do 15 years instead of 5. So same type of thing. It's 6,000. That's what I started off. Times now 15 years times 0.05, and that's my percent. And I get 4,500. Now here comes the tricky part. 6,000, I'm going to write it right here. 6,000, remember that's this, times 1 plus, what's my formula? 0.05, that's my interest. And how many years did we say? 15. Okay, PEMDAS tells us we do what's in parentheses first. So 6,000 times 1.05 to the 15th power. Oops, to the 15th power. So I'm going to take my calculator and figure out that 1.05 to the 15th power. Well, that equals 2.07. Okay, so this equals 2.07. I multiply that by 6,000. Multiplied. And what do I get? Times 6,000. I get $12,473. Now, that's not what I write in here because he wants me to tell you how much interest he earned. That means how much more money did he earn? He gave me 6,000 and I gave him interest, right? So I have to subtract the original amount. And the original amount is $6,000. So when I subtract that, he now has earned 6,473 goes in there. Okay, getting the hang of this? It's a lot of math, but it's not too bad. It's not too complicated. I'm going to let you do the last 30 years, and then I want you to fill in the blanks there. So you're going to do the student handout 6 and then homework 6. So you can kind of get the hang of this. It's not too much work. I'm going to post the answers from yesterday's homework after Zoom today, just to kind of let you guys know. And other than that, I hope you guys are well. Oh, Shark Tank meeting today. So tell all your Shark Tank friends at 12:30 we're going to do Shark Tank meeting. All right, bye guys. Hope you have a great day. Bye.